What's up, Tipsies? This is Twyla's Tipsy Travels, and this is about my time up in Inverness and the Highlands, as well as a smidge of the Bachelorette, round, brown, and abroad. So, I'm looking a little rough around the edges because yesterday I just got back from Inverness, and today I am sore and tired and just, yeah. So, basically, let's see how quickly I can make this. The commentary part, and then after that we'll have a little show and tell, I guess. Something in my eye, probably an eyelash. Anyway, so I had just decided, like, I was so fed up with dating, and I was in a mood. I was in a mood for about a good week. Long story short, someone that I thought was decent, someone that I thought wanted a relationship, they, kind of lied to get what they wanted, like master player. I got. I got. And he ghosted me, and that's all we need to talk about. I was just furious. I was like, I'm done with these men. I'm done with all of it. Because while in the US, I don't even get to play in the game of dating. I don't participate at all. I sit on the bench because anytime I've tried to play, nothing has happened. Like, I don't even get a chance to strike out in the US. So obviously, coming to some place where I'm considered more desirable, more guys are interested, guys aren't quite as superficial about, a woman's body here as they are in the US, but that still means that you're gonna come across plenty of douchebags. So I was just fed up. And I was just like, let me focus on doing what I like. Yes, dating is one of the main things that I do when I travel, because that's kind of how you get to try out different restaurants sometimes, get taken to places that you may not have known about, because you go on a date with somebody and they'll take you, a local. So, but I'm just like, let me get back to what I came here for, which is touring a place. And I mean, that's not actually why I live in places, is because I want to know what it's like to live there, like day-to-day, everyday life, like going grocery shopping, what's the transportation like, to walk and do all these things, like what is day-to-day life like in each place that I live in, because eventually one of these days I'm going to pick a forever home. And so I want to know how I like it. So anyway, but also I want to check things out while I'm here. So I'm just like, I have not gotten up to the Highlands yet since I've been in Scotland. Any of the times I've been in Scotland. So I'm like, I have to get up there. And so I just booked an Airbnb, or not an Airbnb, I'm sorry. I booked a B&B, bed and breakfast, and booked a bus or coach ride up and back and went. And, but by the time I was heading up, I was getting out of my funk and was just like, you know what? F him. Best way to get over someone is to get under someone, as they say, but you know what I mean. But just in general, just okay, fine. You screwed me over. I'm gonna meet other people and bump you. So as soon as I got to Inverness, like, I had my location settings, my location on. So then Tinder realized that I was in a new place and started showing me men in that area. And then, you know, and I was seeing who was swiping right on me. And so, you know, I got there, and I didn't get there till like 3 something. And then getting to my B&B took a little bit, and I finally didn't get settled till like 4. And I was hungry. I had something to eat that morning, but I hadn't had lunch. And I was like, what am I going to do? So I just basically went out, walked around, was checking things out. Oh my God. It's so adorable, which you will see. Inverness is just an adorable little city. And then from there, I went and had something to eat. And while I was eating, I was matching with men. And I matched with one. I would just call him the Highlander. But that is not the visual that you are visualizing right now. No, don't do it. He's not like some 6'4" red-headed massive man wearing a kilt. That's not. He's not. He's another young one, very young, very young, 26, and and taller than me, but that's not hard. I'm 5'1". I don't know how tall he is. He's anywhere between 5'9" and 6 foot. All I know is he's taller than me. And thin as a reed. Just as thin as a reed, but cute as a button. And shockingly, reminds me of the guy that I went on my very, very, very first date with. Very first date. And oh my God. That very first date I was 18, and it was fantastic. It was, you know, like I always kind of judge my dates based on that. And it wasn't even anything spectacular, but it was just the feeling that I had on that date. And recreating that feeling is, you know, how I weigh things or whatever. But that guy was tall, slim, slender. We had worked together at a movie theater. He was tall, slender, had dark curly hair, with blue eyes, and, you know, and a square chin, and was just such a sweetheart. He was just such a sweet guy, and a little quirky, and he had glasses, you know, and he was a little quirky, but cool, you know, quirky cool, geeky cool, like that. He was like that. And that is this young man, the Highlander. He is that tall, slim, dark, curly hair, blue eyes, square chin, and just a nugget. Just a little nugget. He's so sweet. He's such a sweetheart. And we don't look like we fit at all, but we had a blast. He came and picked me up at my B&B after I got back from my tour, which on Saturday, that's what I did. I took a bus tour of Ellen Dunnan. It sounds like a person's name. It's not. Ellen, Eilean. It means, I believe in Gaelic, it means island. And Dunnan was that just the name of the place? Maybe. But anyway, it's a castle, and it's a very famous castle that's been in different movies. But if you guys ever saw that movie Maid of Honor with Patrick Dempsey, it's in that castle. The Kevin McKidd, the guy who plays one of the doctors on Grey's Anatomy, the strawberry blonde blue-eyed guy, he's actually Scottish, and he was in that movie Maid of Honor, and his family supposedly, you know, owned that castle, and that's where there was the wedding or whatever. And so I remember that castle, and so it was really cool going there. I didn't go in. I feel like once you see one castle, you've seen them all. I didn't go in. I know it's shameful, but anyway, and then we went up to the Isle of Skye, which is beautiful. Again, you will see all of this at the end of this probably very long video, and I apologize for that. And so yeah, and then I thought the tour was going to be short. Well, not short, but like 8 hours. I thought it would be 8 hours. Got picked up at 8 a.m., get dropped off at 4 or maybe even 5. Oh, no. And that's what I had set to spend with the Highlander. I was just like, okay, you know, you'll come get me. I'll get back. I'll go back to my B&B. I'll take a shower, get changed, and then you can pick me up there. But then I get on the bus and they're just like, the tour guide, who is amazing, says, all right, we'll get back in around 8. I'm like, what? 8? 8 to 8? This is gonna be 12 hours? Oh my God. I mean, it was amazing though. It was worth it. And it was like $70, I think. $70 for a 12-hour tour. I think that's pretty decent. Food was not included though. So anyway, I messaged him and said that I wouldn't be in until 8. And so, but then once we got back, he was running late, trying to get out of the house or whatever. And I said, ooh, perfect, don't worry, because I was going to have him pick me up at the bus station when our tour bus got back in. But, you know, I was just like, I'm going to be gone for 12 hours. You know, I'd like to shower again and change clothes, you know. And so when I realized he was running late, I'm like, don't you worry. I'm going to go back to my B&B and freshen up and then come pick me up there. So I had enough time, just enough time, to get in the shower, change clothes, and meet him. And like, as soon as I was putting on my shoes, he messaged me and said he was downstairs. So we met, and instantaneously, it was like besties. Like, oh my God. Like, I know I said that about the screenwriter, but I don't know what happened with the screenwriter. I don't know what happened there. But something went wrong, and where he's busy or whatever, and we just haven't met back up again. But this guy, oh my God. And it was like that first date that I went on. Like, not only did he look like him, but it felt like that date. And I mean, we just had so much fun laughing because everything was going wrong. And it's just like, well, you know what? Let's just go with it. If everything's going wrong, let's just go with it. And like crack jokes about it the whole way. And so I said, as long as it doesn't involve a fight, like a fist fight, or the police, you know, we'll call it a good night. Like, if any little bad things that happen, whatever. And so we just laughed and talked, and like he wanted to. We were hoping that the tour would have been over earlier, because then he would have given me a tour of actual like Inverness, but that didn't work out since it was so late. But he did try and show me some stuff, and then we went to a rooftop bar. It was really cute, and we enjoyed our time up there having conversation or whatnot. And then after that, we were trying to find something to eat, and we had a hard time finding it because, you know, COVID and everything. But it was a Saturday night, and we're like, where is all the food? Couldn't find anything. So we found a 24-hour grocery store and got some instant noodles and some snacks, and then after that, we don't need to talk about it. But we do have plans to see each other again. He was in between apartments. He was leaving one because he had issues with his neighbor. It was I wouldn't say it was a complete fear thy neighbor situation, but not too far off. She was horrible, I guess. And so he moved out of one and is moving into another in 2 weeks. And so when he does, he wants me to come back up to Inverness, and so he can really show me around and we can spend some time together. And so that is what I'm going to do. And I'm really trying to figure out what I'm going to do. Am I going to stay in Scotland? am I going to go home or am I going to go somewhere else? Because I'm supposed to leave September 30th. My Airbnb host said that she would give me a deal for rent if I decide to stay, because she likes me and I like her, and so we're like friends now. And so it's like, do I stay or do I go? So yeah, I don't know what to do. Like, do I stay and see what happens with the Highlander, or do I go? I don't know. I really don't know. So yeah. And the thing is that I kind of wanted to, because I put my plane ticket, I don't know if you call it on hold, but you know, it's reserved for later. And so it's like, okay, well, how much time do I want to give it? Like, you know what I mean? Do I reserve it in a week's time? Like, you know, like go to the wire and then like call in and say, hey, you know what? I'm gonna leave in a week. I was trying to give it a couple weeks or something. Like, I don't know. I don't know how it's gonna work. So anyway, that's where I am with that. But I like him. I swear it was like, I don't know. We just had a great time. And that's all I'm gonna say about that. But anyway, so yeah, that's where I'm at with the whole situation. And I now don't know what to do. I am at a loss, but I've talked on and on now, and so now we're going to go to just wanting to show you a little bit of the Highlands. I did not film as much as I would have liked to. I forgot my gimbal, which gives you smooth cinematic footage. Yep, I forgot that in the Airbnb or in the B&B. Like, I had it out ready to grab, didn't grab that. So it's not going to be professional quality, but you know, you're still going to see it. And we were in spots that, you know, they filmed the last 3 Star Wars movies, like the planet where Luke Skywalker was for decades, you know, by himself. That was on the Isle of Skye. They're in I think the second Transformers movie. Some was filmed there. Like, it's just a stunning place. And I highly recommend you going, if you come to Scotland, go to Inverness, go to any of those tours that will take you to the Isle of Skye, or find someone who, you know, or go there, like rent a car and go there yourself, and book something, even though it's real expensive. Book something there. Oof. But anyway, that's that, and enjoy the Highlands.
east. But say the over in the west, it's been very, very dry. So a little bit of a water shortage. On the left across there is a little village called Dawes. If you want to go swimming in the loch, that's the place to head to. There's a swimming club that goes in the loch, swimming. They meet every morning at 8 o'clock and in the afternoon at 4 o'clock. Was Loch Dewey and the Five Sisters.
Where you going, homie? It's so long if you don't.
The babies are further up as well. You got them? So here's a question for you then. How can you tell? I can tell looking at these straight away, these are girls.
Oh yeah, it's girls.
Without looking underneath at the obvious bits. How can you tell a hairy coo if it's a boy or a girl? Look at their horns.
The horns bigger? The boys?
The horns go upwards on the girls. So they curl upwards. Or they go upwards. The boys are flat. The bulls, you know, they're all horns flat. So, keep your cameras handy, because when I get onto this bridge, guys, I'm going to just literally stop on the bridge. So head the babies in the right look. Yeah. Now we get to moving at me.
Oh my goodness!
Hello,
babies! Oh.
And these hairy coos are about 2 months old, 3 months old. And here's the mummy.
All right, so if you like the video, give it a thumbs up. If you haven't already, hit subscribe and then hit the bell to get notifications every time I upload a new video. And as always, thank you for coming along with me on this wild journey and adventure. And as always, I love you guys. Bye. Mwah.